Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. But today, we explore the path of the Ronin. You alter your opinions, swallow your pride, and nod your head in silent compliance just to fit into a room that does not respect you. You have transformed yourself into a spineless political tool for superiors and peers who secretly mock your desperate desire to please. You call this networking, diplomacy, or simple kindness. It is a pathetic mask. You are the fragile pleaser, a modern coward crippled by an intense, suffocating phobia of social isolation. Observe the deep philosophical paradox. In your exhausting struggle to be accepted by everyone, you have completely erased the only person worth accepting. You have traded your sacred autonomy for a counterfeit seat at a table of ghosts, ensuring your true identity is entirely suffocated. The ultimate mystery of your systemic failure is not your lack of confidence, but the terrifying reality of what happens to a man's soul when the crowd finally discards his hollow shell. An unyielding truth we will unearth at the very end of this path. In the hyper-brutal, status-driven ecosystem of feudal Japan, a samurai who lost his master became an immediate social untouchable, a Ronin. To be masterless was to be stripped of legal rights, stripped of income, and cast out into the predator-filled wilderness of the Sengoku period. The modern person, however, lives in absolute dread of a single unliked post or an uncomfortable glance in the hallway. You compromise your boundaries daily, allowing others to walk across your dignity, because you lack the iron stomach required to stand outside the safety of the herd. Your spirit has grown soft, parasitic, and completely dependent on external validation. You mistake submission for survival, entirely blind to the fact that those who bend to every wind are eventually broken by the slightest storm. You have weaponized your compliance to avoid the terrifying weight of absolute self-reliance. The Ronin Vagabonds survived within a severe, crushing standard of pure identity. Step into a lawless campsite on the muddy outskirts of Kyoto during a torrential midnight downpour. Feel the ice-cold rain mixing with the hot sting of sweat on a scarred forehead. Smell the choking odor of wet charcoal, stagnant mud, rotting straw, and the sharp metallic stench of unwashed steel blades. In this brutal margin of existence, survival demanded the immediate execution of Giri Severance, the systematic, violent cutting of all artificial social debts, emotional obligations, and expectations. To exist without a lord meant realizing that your code belongs entirely to you. They forged this absolute independence through the mechanical protocol of Sui-gen isolation. This was a microscopic tool of psychological warfare. It meant establishing an unyielding internal water source of validation that no external force could pollute, manipulate, or dry up. The mechanics required 3 rigid execution steps. First, the total severance of all emotional obligations to those who do not respect your blade. Second, the deliberate cultivation of a severe, solitary discipline when absolutely no one is watching. And third, the absolute refusal to seek permission for your existence. Through this structural stack, the outcast transformed his social exile into an elite state of pure individualism and self-mastery. Your chronic need to conform is an active, daily betrayal of your own potential. The exact second you seek approval from a group, you hand them the shears to clip your wings. You perform actions you despise, speak words you do not believe, and tolerate disrespect because you are fundamentally terrified of the cold silence of standing alone. Your brain panics at the thought of social rejection, triggering a wave of artificial anxiety that forces you to submit to people you do not even respect. You hide inside the herd because you cannot endure the weight of your own singular conviction. To break this addiction to compliance, you must execute Giri Severance. Step out of the fake political theater of your social circles. Refuse the next bad compromise. Speak the hard, uncomfortable truth that causes conflict and let the false relationships shatter around you. Kill the compliance. Stop, lift your eyes. Do not scroll away to find a softer truth. Exactly half of this transmission has passed, and your fragile ego is already searching for an exit, itching to retreat into a comfortable distraction where your spineless habits aren't being systematically dismantled. You are defensive because these words are stripping away the tactical lies you use to justify your weakness. You hate this confrontation because it exposes your absolute submission. Stand firm. Do not flee from the mirror. If you click away now, you publicly sign the warrant for your own permanent mediocrity. Stand alone. The final terrifying cost of your social weakness is complete psychological erasure. When you spend your entire life being what others demand, the true self does not just hide. It dies of starvation. The masterless Ronin did not ask the world for permission to survive the winter. They adjusted their armor, gripped their hilts, and walked into the storm entirely on their own terms. True power is not found in a crowded room of false allies. It is forged in the pristine isolation of your own unyielding standards. Draw the boundary line like a naked blade. Cut away the toxic parasites mocking your compliance and step out onto the path of the masterless warrior. Sever the chains. Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. Which one are you? Comment below.